What's going on, guys? I'm Jay the Black. Salute to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about rapper Ace Hood. He posted videos or video message, or he went live, I'm not really sure. And he spoke about how his ex did not want him to have his children for Father's Day, and how he felt like she was basically keeping the kids from him, basically trying to almost brainwash him to see him as a bad father. Now, they both did posts back and well, she did a lot of posts when he posted this, speaking out about not having his children for Father's Day. His ex, Shanice, not only did she go live and expose the fact that he had a $100,000 PPP loan, but she also was talking about how she don't need his money, but then you're complaining about child support. Which one is it? You said that you allowed him to not pay you anything, for 2 years? So what changed? What changed? And a lot of these single mothers do this. This is why a lot of you single mothers will never find happiness, because a lot of y'all are so stuck and obsessed with your baby's fathers that you can't even move forward. And you already going to have a tough time finding a man that wants to actually be a stepdaddy, because men nowadays ain't looking to be no stepdaddy. I think most logical men with common sense, especially if they don't have children, do not want a ready-made family. And you make it worse with your obsession with your ex. If you don't need the money, why do you care about him paying child support? I think when she found out that he was going to be on reality TV, that's when she snapped. Because in her mind, they're going to make her look bad. So she can't have that. So she needs to take control of the narrative. Well, you had children with him. You had children with Ace Hood. You decided to have those kids with him. You chose him. So now the relationship is over and he's deciding to do reality TV with his new woman that he cares a lot more about than you. And I think that bothers you, because a lot of these single mothers try to pretend like nothing bothers them. You're bothered. You're very much bothered because no man is wifing you up. Not that I know of. Maybe somebody has wifed her up, but the way that she's acting towards him, I kind of doubt that. These women like to play games with their exes, especially when their exes are no longer with them. They like to play games. And then she put up this post on her IG stories trying to make fun of Ace Hood when he had that issue with his watch. It fell off. You had 2 children with him. Who cares about that? You can't clown a guy that you had children with. And these women do this. They sit here and they will date these males. They will have children with these males, and then they want to clown them. You can't clown a guy who you let lay up with you, who you let do all types of things in the bedroom with you with. You can't clown that person. You're a clown for choosing that person if that person is so hard up for money. And she's trying to make it seem like, Ace Hood is broke. Now, I don't know his financial situation, but I know that last year was very difficult for a lot of these rappers.
Fathers, man, happy Father's Day to all the amazing
they couldn't go touring, and because they couldn't go touring, they couldn't make money.
For their kids.
So I'm pretty sure when things open completely back up and these guys can tour, he may be able to make money. I'm not really sure. I
normally don't do this.
I don't know if there was a high demand for people to see Ace Hood live. I don't know.
I really handle things.
But she put this man's business out here to get him caught up with the government. This is the type of destructive behavior that these single mothers display. And then they wonder why nobody wants them. Because you're dysfunctional. You don't think men see you beefing with people on social media? Especially your baby's father. Now, this woman is currently pregnant by some other guy that won't claim her. And because of that, she's probably in a very bitter mood. And that's the cycle of a single mother. They will go and they will date this guy and they will have children with this guy. Then they'll break up with him. Then they will be out there in the dating market, still single but sleeping around, to where They don't even know what kind of situation they're in. Are they in a situationship? Are they in a relationship? Is it friends with benefits? They're just out there. So because of that, she's harboring, I think, bitterness towards Ace Hood. And she needs to let it go, at least for the sake of the children. If you're not going to let the bitterness go for the sake of the children, then you obviously don't care about those kids.
Because
Whether
the mother
you,
of my children wants her story to be right.
whether
Meaning
you
her story in her
are
mind
cool
is that,
with your baby's father
I
or
am
not,
the father. My
why are
children
you
don't want
putting
to
your
spend time with
children
me.
in the middle of it? These
Dads
women always
also,
do this.
I don't
They like
support
to
the
put their
kids.
kids
Also,
in the
I'm
middle
never
of their
there for the
drama.
children. So that's her story
Like,
in her mind.
what does
and
that
she
do?
wants to tear me down also as a
Seriously.
person. Now, I
What does
analyze
that
all of
do?
this, and
You putting
all
your
of this
kids
is because
in the
of
middle of
money.
your drama. All you're going to do is make your kids more angry, and you're going to make them be less and less reliant on the people that are supposed to protect and provide for them. They're going to go to the streets to search for love. They're going to go to other people because they say, we don't have love with our parents. Look how much they go back and forth with each other. So when I look at this situation, it's sad, man. It really is. And I honestly think that this is why women should be a lot more careful with whom they have children with. Because if you don't, you're going to end up in a situation where you are the bitter baby mama. Now, I don't know how this relationship started. I don't know. But for her to get on IG Live,
all of her actions and all of this,
and try to
it's because she see me further
expose
in
a guy
life,
that
in
she
my
was
career,
in a
doing some other
relationship
things.
with.
Yes, she gets paid child support. Yes, we have court orders.
It just shows you how crazy these women are.
None of that matters to her, man. None of that matters.
These females, like, they are crazy.
The relationship that I have with my children, to prove herself.
And they're
right,
willing to
prove her story
destroy
right.
anybody in their
It's
path.
saddening, man. It's really saddening to me.
In order
And I
to
think
prove
that
a point.
This message overall, man. Is
And I will
for
tell
all
you
fathers,
single
man,
mothers
feel
this.
unappreciated
All you
in
bitter
the
single
dynamic,
mothers.
you know what I'm saying?
Eventually, your children are going to get older.
To the plate and doing the very best
And they're going to
I didn't
see the
have a
truth.
father. I didn't grow up with
And if you're withholding your children because you claim this about child support, they like to claim, well, the father wasn't there. Then you find out she was keeping the children from the father, but then she will lie and say, well, I wasn't keeping them from the father. Yes, you were. You cut off contact with them. I'm sorry. You can't just put everything on the father. You have to make an effort for the children to be in that father's life. You can't just say, here, come see your kid. No, you have to make that effort, because at least you could say that. But when you make zero effort and then you claim it's not about money, but then when he tries to get the child support lowered, you weren't with that. Why not? Why not? If you don't care, why don't you just take them off child support then? If you're doing so much better financially, why don't you just take them off child support? It is because you are lying. You're a liar. I don't know what sugar daddy you have or what guy's paying your bills for the time being, but it seems to me that what you're saying is kind of cap. Because if you financially don't need the money, why don't you want the child support lowered? Now, it is up to the judge, yes, but she can also say, I don't want child support. Why you want to say you don't want child support? Is because you want to hold child support over his head so you can utilize it whenever you feel the need to. And that's what women like this do. And then they want to get on social media and play the victim. I'm sorry, the victim card don't work for you. Y'all choose to have children with these guys, and then when it don't work, then what? I think accountability needs to be had. You chose to have children with this guy, then you need to be more accountable for that. And then you're putting all this information about a PPP loan out here. That, to me, honestly, you did that on purpose to try to get him caught up. And that's sad to me. That's sad to me. But that's what happens when you're dealing with a destructive baby mama. You got these destructive baby mamas who are no good to nobody, and then they wonder why A lot of men don't want them. While a lot of their babies' fathers, ex-boyfriends don't want them. They leave them eventually. They get with a better woman. Ace Hood seems like he's with a better woman who actually cares about him. Who he actually cares about. Who he made that commitment to. And I think that that's why she's upset. And you claiming, once again, it's not about money. But you won't take him off child support. You said that he didn't have to pay nothing for 2 years. That's because you were waiting for the right opportunity to throw that child support in his face. That's why, again, a lot of times these guys, they can't let these women do that to where now they owe all this child support because she let you, not have to pay it for 2 years. No, if you're on child support, then pay it. Get it over with, because she's going to throw it back in your face eventually. This is sad and pathetic. I'm not saying that Ace Hood is perfect. I'm not saying he's made all the right moves. But again, we don't know what goes on behind the scenes. What I do know is this woman is intentionally trying to get this guy caught up by putting out information that he owes money to the government, just so she can win an argument on Instagram Live. These women will destroy themselves and anybody around them in order to win a freaking argument on Instagram,
to all the fathers who are doing their very best,
just to look like the better parent. This don't make you like a better parent. It makes you look extremely petty, and it shows why he's not with you anymore.
Now y'all know I normally don't.
This is and the thing is that
share too much.
Ace does not want
really handle things
the relationship with him and his children to be ruined. But I think he feels like she's gonna try to ruin it, or she's trying to ruin it, because she is pregnant, which lets you know some male, done got her pregnant. Probably some guy that she just screwing, and gave her no commitment, no ring. Now again, if I'm wrong, you could tell me in the comment section, but I highly doubt I'm wrong. That's why I'd say, listen, man, be careful who you decide to wife up and impregnate, because you never know how crazy and delusional these chicks can be, how they will hold child support over your head. They'll let you ride, say, you ain't got to pay me. Don't believe that, because eventually they're going to throw it in your face, and eventually going to tell you owe all this child support. And I do think she sees Ace Hood. He may not be in the greatest of spots, right? But he's probably a lot more happier with the woman that he's with than he ever was with her, and that's what bothers her. That's why these single mothers can't move on, because they too obsessed with what their ex is doing, because he's the one that got away.